Welcome to News Unbox Updates. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. In a nation defined by political division, where every headline seems to highlight our differences and every election cycle deepens the sense of separation, the idea of true consensus can feel almost like a relic of the past. Americans are used to seeing gridlock, heated debates, and a constant tug-of-war between opposing sides. The notion that any institution, let alone the Supreme Court, could find total agreement seems almost unimaginable in today's climate. The Supreme Court, often viewed as the final battleground for the nation's most contentious issues, is no stranger to split decisions and passionate dissents. Its marble halls have echoed with the voices of justices sharply divided along ideological lines reflecting the broader polarization of the country itself. So when the idea of unanimity arises, it's easy to dismiss it as wishful thinking. Yet in 2025, something remarkable happened. The court delivered a series of unanimous decisions that not only stunned legal experts and the public alike, but also challenged the prevailing narrative of a fractured judiciary. Newsrooms buzzed with disbelief, and Americans across the country paused to consider what this rare moment of agreement might mean. When all 9 justices, appointed by presidents from both parties, with deeply held and often opposing philosophies, speak with one voice, it sends a powerful message. It signals that the legal principles at stake are so fundamental, so deeply rooted in the nation's values, that they transcend politics and ideology. This kind of unity is not just rare, it's transformative. These landmark rulings addressed issues at the very heart of American society: police accountability, corporate liability, and religious freedom. They arrived at a time when public trust in national institutions was at a historic low, and skepticism about the court's impartiality was widespread. The decisions didn't just resolve legal questions, they offered a glimmer of hope that the system could still work for everyone. The shock wasn't just about the outcomes of the cases, but about the unity itself. For many, it was a reminder that even in times of deep division, the court can function as an impartial arbiter of justice, capable of rising above politics to protect the core principles that bind the nation together. It sparked conversations in living rooms, classrooms, and community centers about what true justice looks like. These decisions will have far-reaching effects, reshaping major aspects of American life. From the way police interact with communities, to the responsibilities of corporations, to the protection of religious rights, the impact will be felt in neighborhoods, workplaces, and houses of worship across the country. In a polarized era, this rare moment of clarity and consensus suggests that, beneath the surface, America may share more common ground than we realize. It's a powerful reminder that unity is still possible, and that sometimes the most unexpected moments can bring a divided nation together. A 9-0 Supreme Court ruling means every justice, regardless of who appointed them, agrees on the outcome. While the court handles many cases, true unanimity on major divisive issues is rare, given the justices' differing philosophies. These rulings send a powerful message. The law is so clear that it unites even the most ideologically opposed minds. A unanimous decision carries immense moral and legal weight, making it harder to dismiss as partisan. Unlike split decisions that often leave the country divided, a 9-0 ruling fosters public confidence in the court's impartiality. It demonstrates that, even in polarized times, the justices can set aside personal beliefs for shared legal principles. In today's climate, such unity is a powerful symbol of stability and reason. The May 2025 Barnes v. Felix decision addressed police use of deadly force, a deeply contentious issue. For years, courts focused only on the split second when force was used, ignoring the events that led up to it. The Barnes case challenged this, arguing that the entire encounter, not just the final moment, should be considered. The Supreme Court unanimously rejected the narrow moment of threat doctrine, requiring courts to review the full sequence of events. Now, if an officer's actions created the danger, those actions matter in judging the use of force. The case was sent back to lower courts under this new standard, fundamentally changing police accountability nationwide. This ruling marks a turning point in how police conduct is evaluated in America. The Barnes decision mandates a whole-story approach to police use of force. No longer can officers justify deadly force by isolating a single moment. Courts must examine the entire encounter. This shift will transform police training, emphasizing de-escalation and critical decision-making from start to finish. Officers are now incentivized to avoid creating dangerous situations in the first place. For families seeking justice, the full context of an incident can finally be heard in court. Plaintiffs can present a complete narrative, challenging defenses that relied on narrow interpretations. As Justice Sotomayor put it, "We cannot let a single frame obscure the full story. The law demands we watch the entire film." The 20,000 traum, to my Kansas town, according to item Tiver. The 5 wave of unanimity extended far beyond the realm of policing, reaching into some of the most contentious and deeply debated areas of American life: guns, religion, and civil rights. In a year marked by polarization elsewhere, the Supreme Court's ability to speak with one voice on these issues was nothing short of remarkable. Each decision sent ripples through the legal landscape, signaling a renewed commitment to clarity and consensus at the nation's highest court. In Smith & Wesson Brands vs. Mexico, the court unanimously reinforced the federal law that shields gun manufacturers from liability when their products are used in crimes. The justices made it clear: responsibility for criminal misuse lies with the perpetrator, not the maker. This decision not only reaffirmed existing statutes but also provided much-needed certainty to an industry often caught in the crosshairs of public debate. For gun manufacturers, the ruling was a powerful affirmation of legal protections, while for critics, it underscored the ongoing challenge of addressing gun violence through legislative rather than judicial means. The decision, joined by both liberal and conservative justices, underscored the clarity and strength of the existing statute. It was a rare moment where ideological divides faded, replaced by a shared understanding of the law's intent and limits. The court's unity sent a message to lower courts and lawmakers alike: some legal questions are settled, and the rule of law must be respected. In Catholic Charities Bureau vs. Wisconsin, the court addressed another hotly contested issue: religious liberty. The justices ruled that states cannot exclude religious organizations from public benefit programs simply because of their faith, or based on subjective judgments about their religious character. This decision was a significant victory for faith-based groups, ensuring they can participate fully in public life without fear of discrimination or exclusion. By strengthening protections for faith-based organizations, the court reinforced the principle that service to the community should not be hindered by religious identity. The ruling opened doors for countless charities and nonprofits, allowing them to continue their vital work, feeding the hungry, sheltering the homeless, and supporting those in need, without bureaucratic barriers. In Ames vs. Ohio Department of Youth Services, the court turned its attention to workplace equality. The justices unanimously affirmed that Title VII of the Civil Rights Act protects all employees equally, regardless of race. Their message was clear and unequivocal: equality means everybody. This landmark decision reaffirmed the nation's commitment to fairness in the workplace, ensuring that every individual, no matter their background, has the right to be treated with dignity and respect. These 9-0 decisions, spanning guns, religion, and civil rights, revealed a Supreme Court determined to find common ground on America's most divisive issues. In a time when consensus often seems out of reach, the justices demonstrated that unity is possible, even on the thorniest questions facing the nation. The message was unmistakable: even on hot-button topics, the law can unite. The court's unanimous voice offered hope that despite our differences, shared principles and respect for the Constitution can guide the way forward. The impact of these rulings will be felt for years to come, shaping not only the legal landscape, but also the daily lives of Americans across generations. As the nation moves forward, these decisions stand as a testament to the enduring power of unity and the promise of equal justice under law. Supreme Court decisions have immediate, real-world consequences that ripple through every corner of society. These rulings are not just abstract legal arguments, they touch the lives of millions, often in ways that are deeply personal and sometimes unexpected. When the justices issue their opinions, the effects are felt not only in courtrooms, but also in homes, workplaces, and communities across the country. For families affected by police violence, the outcome of Barnes vs. Felix means they can finally present the full context of an encounter in court. This opens the door for juries to hear the complete story, not just a narrow version, and gives families a greater sense of hope that justice can be served. It's a chance for their voices to be heard, and for their loved ones' experiences to be fully recognized in the eyes of the law. For police officers, these new legal standards create powerful incentives to de-escalate tense situations. Officers may now think twice before using force, knowing that their actions will be scrutinized more closely in court. This could lead to fewer violent confrontations, safer outcomes for everyone involved, and a shift in how law enforcement interacts with the public. Communities that have long been distrustful of law enforcement may see these changes as a step toward rebuilding trust. When people feel that the justice system is fair and transparent, it can foster a sense of safety and belonging. Open dialogue between police and residents becomes more meaningful, and the path toward healing and cooperation grows clearer. For gun manufacturers, the decision in Smith & Wesson vs. Mexico provides a new level of legal certainty, allowing them to operate with clearer guidelines and less fear of unexpected lawsuits. On the other hand, Gun control advocates now face new challenges, as the court's ruling means they must turn to Congress and state legislatures to pursue meaningful change. The debate over gun rights and public safety is far from over, but the legal landscape has shifted. Religious organizations, too, are directly impacted. With the court's latest decision, they can more confidently seek public funds to support their charitable work. This ensures that vital services like food banks, shelters, and community programs can continue to reach those in need, regardless of faith. For many, this means a stronger safety net and a renewed sense of stability. Ultimately, these rulings shift the balance of power, shape the way public safety is maintained, and define the rights and responsibilities of everyday Americans. They influence how we interact with each other, how we resolve conflicts, and how we envision justice in our society. The court's decisions are not just legal theory, they reshape the very fabric of American society, leaving a lasting imprint on our collective future and the lives of real people across the nation. Why this sudden Supreme Court harmony? It's a mix of judicial strategy, narrow legal focus, and a desire to restore public trust. The justices often find consensus by deciding cases on the narrowest grounds, avoiding sweeping pronouncements. In Barnes, they clarified standards for police force. In Smith & Wesson, they interpreted a federal statute, sidestepping broader ideological battles. Chief Justice Roberts and others have pushed for more consensus to counter perceptions of partisanship. Assigning unanimous opinions to justices across the spectrum signals that law, not politics, drives outcomes. Even with differing philosophies, the justices share a foundation in legal training and respect for precedent. This calculated unity may be the court's way of preserving its legitimacy for the long term. The recent 9-0 decisions do more than resolve legal disputes, they set a powerful precedent for the future. Unanimous rulings provide clear guidance to lower courts, ensuring consistent application of the law nationwide. This clarity streamlines justice and strengthens equal treatment across all states. The court may now focus on cases where consensus is possible, building stability rather than fueling division. These changes will affect policing, gun policy, and the role of religious organizations in public life. Ultimately, this moment of unity reaffirms the court's role as a legal institution above politics. Even as divisions return, this rare clarity offers hope that foundational principles can still unite America.